Oh,
Ever. You're lucky that Omid GG the bed in grand finals. You are dog. Don't ever test me when it comes to business. Don't ever do that. You're good at one thing in this life, and that's Call of Duty, and you're not even top 20% in that. Don't ever come at my neck like that again. I will publicly expose you, stupid.
Who's he talking about?
And I gave you the floor, and you sounded even more after that.
Oh, Exceed?
I gave you the floor, you verbally agreed to something, and then you sound like a retard.
Oh.
You didn't make a single point.
Oh.
So don't come in here and ask me who is it that you're talking about. I will shoot straight with you, motherfucker. You. I'm talking about you. And I'll look in the camera and say this. Don't ever come at my neck again about business. I run circles around you. Okay? Esports is 1/4 of what it is that I touch as far.
Wait. Why is Rafi calling Exceed a... What happened? Hey, what the hell did Exceed do? What did he do? Hey, what the f did he do? Chad, what do you think? Don't over because Exceed is a tard contract shit. But what did Exceed say though? But what did he say, chat? Does anybody know what he said? Does anybody know what the hell Exceed said? No neck. Might be one of the most brain dead arguments I ever heard. A lot. That boy ain't running nowhere. Watch full vid on YouTube of dumb shit. El Rafi. Oh, there's a full vid on YouTube? Oh man, I love drama. I love it. I fucking love it. Did Tactical Rab already upload a video? I thought Tactical Rab already uploaded a video.
Have you ever heard content creators say, comment the word burgers below, and I'll send you
When did this happen?
And then when you comment the word...
Show up.
Let's change my title to drama. Just to really get the clicks. You know what I'm saying? Just to really get the clicks. So then, you know what I mean? Because you guys know me. I'm a drama fiend. The Dramafia. I'm a drama fiend. Salome. Yes, Sersky. My beige man. You guys know I'm a beige man. Slowly. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Knuckle, thank you so much for the 15 months. Slowly. Let's go, chat. Come on, bro. I wonder what Tactical Rap thinks about all this. 20 minutes? Wait, they crashed out for 20 minutes? Damn.
Share your screen and show everybody the contract that you didn't feel comfortable with, and go line by line as to what it is that you didn't feel comfortable with after you verbally agree to it.
But I'll explain. Exactly
No. These are the terms. You can be in this call if you're going to share the contract that we sent you. That you verbally just.
No, exactly. You have the contract too. You can share.
Can you listen?
Why would I need to share?
Can you listen?
Why don't
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. You talk, I talk. Okay.
Good.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let me go first then.
So I'll talk first, and then you go second. You understand?
Go for it.
Okay, great. When we picked you up, what happened?
You picked me up.
I called you when?
10 minutes before the elite roster lock.
Okay, so you were an emergency person that we picked up.
Hey, Gizmo. Not in this house. No. Stop. I'm watching something. All right. We're locked in.
Up based off of the circumstances of us getting poached, correct?
Yep.
And we had talked, and we were talking about hypothetically the week before as to when it was that you were going to come, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then I called you because we had voted as a team, not unanimously, but regardless, I said I think Exceed is probably the best situation that we have possible to join this roster. True or false?
True.
Okay. And then I called you and I said what?
You run this shit, blah blah blah. Basically it. And then you would send me a contract.
I'm sorry. I'll let you try again.
You said you would send me a contract that you run it, and that was basically it.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Yes, you are wrong. Did I tell you the details behind what it was that signing a contract meant with us? Please don't lie.
Yeah, particularly, yeah.
Okay. So what is it that I told you in that contract in that call?
It was the percentage cut. That you make all roster decisions, and then that the whole buyout thing.
One more time. So I gave you the percentages of everything. I gave you the buyout.
Yep.
I gave you the stipulation that you're not going to come in here and act like you typically do in challengers, thinking that you run the organization. And I told you what else?
I don't remember. That's all I remember.
So you're admitting to saying I'm good with all of that.
Yep.
And I'm down to play.
Yep.
I know that I'm having a terrible year. I know that everybody thinks that I'm ass. I'm getting fucking egoed by Millie. Right? You said all of those things, right? So, and I shared all of those things with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, please take the floor and tell me what part of the contract that we shared with you was one that made you uncomfortable beyond what it is that I verbally shared with you.
Okay, number one.
Wait, time out. Actually, because I really want to give you a fair shot here. There's nothing else in the contract that I wouldn't have shared publicly that should have made you feel like you are not able to have a conversation with me as to what it was that you were uncomfortable with.
All right,
correct?
make it clear.
Okay, so time out. One more thing, because I'm not done.
Okay.
So if you verbally agreed to the contract that I sent, you jumped on the team, right?
Man.
We've been performing better than expectations based off of the people on the team, right? And we had agreed verbally on the contract. Then
Chat, stop telling me to react harder. I'm listening, okay? I'm fucking listening right now, and you guys are loud as fuck. Shut the fuck up. I can't hear the guy.
you got pissed off today and said, why didn't... You didn't get pissed off.
No, I was mad that you didn't message me beforehand, but...
Brother, we sent you the contract, though. We sent you the contract a week ago.
You're correct.
Yes, but then you didn't say anything about having a conversation about the contract, did you?
No, we didn't.
I said, hold on. I said, here's the contract. Please let me know. I signed it on my behalf because that's how contracts work. It needs to be countersigned for it to be anything, right? Mm-hmm. And then you didn't say anything. And I tell you today, and I asked the group, who's going to be bunking with who? Who's going to be doing what? And then you say what?
I mean, I go straight to the DMs. I said, minus succeed?
Yeah, so you were surprised when I said we're not funding you.
I wasn't surprised.
After you said that you didn't sign the contract.
I was not surprised that you weren't funding me. I was surprised that you didn't say anything in advance.
But isn't it obvious that if you don't sign a contract, you don't... I'm sorry, I'm confused. Give me your rationale and your thinking.
Not giving it. All right, is it my turn now to talk?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, first of all, let's start with the whole...
Is that him playing?
The 20% thing?
Music?
Right?
Yep. Which you verbally
That was me
agreed to,
for a
you just
second.
admitted to.
With the 20%, right? You're making money off the players. You agree?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. You're making money off of the players in which you have on the particular team. If you're taking 20% from our team only, I'm not counting you picking up the random other players that you have signed that are not on the team. I'm talking about specifically our team. You have made money off the team, correct? Yes or no?
I'd actually have to look at the numbers to agree to that.
It's a yes.
No,
it's a yes.
Incorrect.
It's a yes.
Do the math for me real quick then.
It is 100% a yes. You're typing and you're thing on the fucking stream about 9 to 10K for an event. That's just not right.
9 to 10K for an event, brother. Where?
Or sorry, 9 to 10K overall. But that's because you're paying salary for like 15 players.
No, bro. I think you missed it because you were scrimming. I'm happy to run down the numbers for you.
No, let me continue. Okay. So let me make this clear. If me as a player, right,
yep.
and I'm going to these events, and let's say we go to this event and we win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get 20% of that, so 10K, you get $2,000, correct?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
4 players, $8,000, right there, right? That pays for the event for you, correct? If we win the event.
Correct.
Okay. And now, as a player,
Not really. I mean, that's definitely not paying for all the expenses that he's paying for all those guys, especially if he's giving them one. I just see, what are we at, 601? Because I want to go back. He's giving him a 1,000 a month salary. He's giving these motherfuckers a salary a month. He's giving him $1,000 a month salary, but that's like unheard of in challengers. That's a W from Rafi. You know what I mean? The fact that he's giving them. The fact that they're getting, is it $250 each? What is $250 each, or is it just 1,000 each? What is it? Does it say? Sorry, it's 1K a month. Is that each, or is it $250 each? $250 each? Okay. $250 each.
Okay, that's cool. What about last year when
it's still better than zero.
Yeah, of course. Until
Overall,
we slammed you
overall,
in
let's talk
champs,
about
but
this.
yeah.
Let's talk about it as an individual, okay? How does it make sense for an individual to sign that contract if you're confident as a player that you're going to go to the event and you're going to win it? Why would I, as a player, sign a contract in Challengers? Let's keep in mind this is Challengers. That's not the Pro League. The Pro League is completely. No. You said you
Okay.
talk and then I talk. Let me finish. Let me finish.
You're right. Go ahead.
As a player, individually, if I sign that contract, we're not talking about the league because the league is something completely different. It's a completely different fucking entity as itself.
Okay.
If I go to the event and I win, I make 10 grand, okay? If I sign with you, I pay you 2 grand.
Okay.
Right? If I pay for myself, I'm paying for, let's say, $800 for my entire, let's go with my stay and my travel. It's $800.
It's gonna be more.
So
than
as a
800.
player, what is
It's
the
gonna be more than $800, bro. Bro, the flight itself, bro, is probably gonna be like $500, $600 just for the flight. You know what I'm saying? I'd say on a cheap side, we'll say $250 on the cheap side. You know what I'm saying? We'll say $250 on the cheap side, right? We'll give cheapest flight probably $250, right? Then the hotel's gonna be pretty fucking exciting. He's gonna be there for fun. Yeah, unless we're flying that motherfucking Spirit. I mean, we could be flying Spirit. What's Spirit? $90? $100? You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, it depends where you're flying, Chad. It depends where you're going. You know what I mean? I mean, like, let's say, I don't know, let's say you're flying to Toronto, right? Flights to Toronto. You know what I mean? 181 Spirit plus taxes, shit, whatever. 200. It's gonna be about $200. It's gonna be about $200. And then you gotta pay for hotel, which is probably, Chad, what do you think an average night at a hotel is? Like a normal, like an average hotel. What do you think an average night at a hotel is? What do you think? Like on average, a night, maybe like $200, $100, $150. I'd say $150 to $200 for like, you know, a pretty normal hotel. $150 to $200. And they gotta be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they gotta be there 5 days. They gotta be there 5 days out of the week. Okay, so let's say 200 times 5, boom, right? Plus another 200 for the flight, boom. Okay, that's already $1,200. That's already $1,200. Okay, then you got to think, okay, there's 4 people on a team. You know what I'm saying? You got to think there's 4. You got to. Uber car. Is Rafi taking care of their Uber, their car service? Is he taking care of all that shit too? Is he taking care of food and car service and all that other shit? Oh man! You know what I'm saying? You just guessed, brother. We estimated. Okay, we didn't just guess. We did a calculated estimation. Okay, it's not like we just threw random fucking numbers here. We're calculating it, you know, on estimation. This is where we're gonna be about, you know, about right here. And on top of that, this number could be a lot higher depending on the hotel and depending on the flight, right? Because most likely he's not flying Spirit, and most likely he's not spending a night in like a fucking like a cheap hotel or like a cheap motel. He's probably in a nice hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like the hotels wherever the players are staying at, which is usually a pretty, like, it's not like it's just some fucking 1-star fucking hotel, bro. You know? Then tax on top of all that shit. You gotta think taxes on top of all that shit. All I'm saying is, it's more than $800 a player to fund at an event. Like it is. Like, we're literally doing it. I'm doing it. So I know how much it fucking cost. So you're not gonna fucking tell me. All right, I'll run circles around you. It is big. I'll run circles around you in this shit, bro.
When you're gonna lose money as a player,
you know what I mean?
That doesn't make sense.
Did you make
number two?
Okay.
Number two.
If you're not
the thing about not making a player pay out of their pocket to go to the league, that is cap, because I've heard it firsthand, and I know for a fact that is true.
What?
That you have made one of your players pay out of pocket to do that. And I'm not even trying to argue with Rafi. I'm just trying to. You got mad, and then you started going on stream because of this whole situation, which I didn't even want.
This is player out of character.
That doesn't make sense.
Did you make
number two?
Okay.
Number
you paid
two.
him out of
Number
pocket
two.
for what?
If you're not
the
done,
thing
you can
about
finish.
the thing about not making a player pay out of their pocket to go to the league, that is cap, because I've heard it firsthand, and I know for a fact that is true.
What?
That you have made one of your players pay out of pocket to do that. And I'm not even trying to argue with Rafi. I'm just trying to. You got mad, and then you started going on stream because of this whole situation, which I didn't even want this to be public. I had no problem paying my own way.
Caden.
But as a player, it doesn't make sense for me individually to sign a contract when I'm confident that we're going to go to the event and win, to give someone else my money.
That's a lot of confidence.
And I'm going to win. Of course it is. Why would it not be? That doesn't make sense. We've won back-to-back tournaments. It doesn't make sense.
Caden.
Like, why would I take money out of my pocket to give to you?
Caden, question for you. Can I speak now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, one, how much money have you made before you joined at Brooklyn this year?
Oh man, it was getting juicy. Bro, I actually remember a story with Exceed, bro. Bro, somehow, some way, this guy, we funded him for a presidential suite at a fucking event, bro. I don't know how this shit happened, bro. I don't know how Exceed did this shit, bro. I don't know how this happened, bro. I found out this guy was in a suite, bro. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know how the fuck that. Like, I think I got skumased. Like, I think I got fucking skumased. You know what I'm saying? But like, I thought we like were the ones who booked that. Like, I don't know how that all went down. I don't know how all that shit went down. But somehow, some way, he stayed in a fucking suite. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I gotta give it to him. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see that hit my desk. You know, it was too late after the fact. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, Gersh said Ben J 2.0. I was like, yeah, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? But nah, Exceed might be running circles around this business shit. Yeah, he might be good with this shit, man. I got no problem with Exceed, by the way. You know what I mean? I got no problem with him. I just thought that was hilarious. I just thought that was, like, now that this is all happening, like, I just thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Fuck it out. He was in a presidential.
You haven't.
A presidential suite.
No, I definitely have. That's cap.
You've been finishing T6 to T12 all year.
That's not true. I've made at least $7,000 this year.
Okay, give me a second. You're cool with me showing this because it's not like me trying to shit on you. I'm just trying to.
No, I don't care.
Wait, there's no results for you? How not? You're like the most winningest challengers player. So before we click on this, would you say that you had a better year last year than you have this year?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
So you won a lot last year, right?
Yep.
And in your prior org situation. And the negotiations that we had between me, you, Sloshy, I don't know, fucking who else was in it, Mayhem, etc., etc. You've known what Omit has been about for over a year, right? And the contract.
Yes, and that's why I said no last year.
That's not why you said no last year.
Yeah, it is why I said no last year, and Mayhem can join this call and vouch for it. Okay. That if with the pace that we were at and we were winning last year, if we had joined Omit, you guys would end up making money off of us and take money out of our pockets.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine an organization making money off of a risk?
No. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing. I understand that as a player. If you're in Challengers to make money, then you're in Challengers to make money.
Thank you, Sloshy.
But for me individually, that doesn't make sense.
By the way, Sloshy was the one negotiating with you. He just said that's not why you said no last year.
That is 100% why we said no, and Mayhem could get in this call and agree with that. Do you not remember the conversation that we had at Toronto where there was the miscommunication?
Stop screaming.
It's okay. I'm not screaming.
We're having a man-to-man. Try not scream. Let's have it inside.
I'm not screaming. You remember the conversation that we had last year at Toronto where you got pissed because there was a miscommunication between us and Sloshy where you guys came back with another offer that we never got. Do you remember that conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was it.
Sure.
Because the offer that we had gotten from you guys at last year when we were winning everything was that you guys were gonna make money off of us, and it didn't make sense. And I'm not disagreeing, bro. If you're in an org, obviously you're gonna want to make your money back. I have no problem with that. My problem is I'm not competing as a person to benefit. No offense, obviously. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole when I say this, right?
Careful. You might come off as entitled like I told you were, Caden. Careful.
How's that entitled?
Don't mince your words, brother.
I'm not playing for somebody else. I'm playing for me.
Okay, so then don't represent an organization.
I'm not. I have no problem representing an organization if I think it's a fair cut.
I know, but do you understand how like that boxes you as entitled? What you just said?
I mean, you can call it entitled if you want. If I'm playing for me.
But what are they arguing, though? Like, I'm still confused at what they're arguing. As far as I'm concerned, a contract is a contract, right? So if Rafi gave Exceed the contract, right, and Exceed never signed it, then Exceed's just not going to get the perks that came with the contract, right? Exceed should know that, and vice versa. like the other way around as well. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the point is. What are they arguing? Like what's happening right now? Like I'm so confused. Like what? Like somebody said Exceed's entitled, and somebody under that said Rafi's a snake. Like how the fuck? Like what the fuck is going on? What the fuck are they fucking arguing about? You know what I mean? And I hear what Exceed's saying. Right? But then just don't sign the contract and just fund yourself. Just go to then what's the problem, right? Just don't sign a contract, fund yourself, and go to the event, which is also not a problem, but that's what he wants to do. If he doesn't want to represent like an org or anything like that, then that's all you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm confused what they're arguing. I'm actually confused what the hell they're arguing about. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Symbols, what are they arguing about?
So that doesn't really. I don't know if that has the whole argument, but like, apparently, like, Exceed agreed to everything, and then just never signed the contract. And then when they told him that they're not paying for anything because he didn't sign the contract, he seemed surprised. Is basically.
Well, did Exceed sign the contract?
No, so they didn't pay for anything.
So he's still, but even before the fact, like even after the fact, could he not have just signed the contract and then just got reimbursed or something? Like, has he still to this moment, to this day, not signed the contract?
He has not signed. He is not on Omen.
Okay, so why is Exceed mad? Like, why is he surprised that he's not like getting paid for? Like, why is he surprised that she's not getting funded and shit?
Omen Rafi told me if you have any questions, you can ask him and he'll respond like truthfully.
Rafi. No, Rafi. That's why I'm confused. What the fuck is he mad about? Rafi, is he in here? Is Rafi in here?
He's. I think he's doing something, but he told me if like I can message him if you want.
Oh. Rafi messaged you. You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was in the chat. I'm just. Hold on. Let me finish the vid. Let me keep watching. Maybe I get more. You know what I mean? I'm just a little confused as how this started.
And I don't want somebody
So you
else
want
to be
charity?
taking my percent. Huh?
So you want charity?
No. What? And okay, let's continue this too about the contract. Your contract goes through December, right? Correct?
Exceed. Can we please stay on point?
This is on
please
point.
have
This
a
is on point.
conversation.
Does your contract
Please have a conversation and stay on point, right? Can we please talk about it?
Can you just please answer my question? Your contract goes through December, correct?
Correct.
You do that on purpose so that if in the off season they have to buy out the player, correct?
To protect our investment. That's correct.
Okay, that makes sense, right? As an org, that makes sense. As a player, that does not make sense. Let's keep in fact that we have 2 events left that an org has to pay for, correct?
Okay. So question,
Caden. There's this event and there's DreamHack, and then following that,
Caden.
let me finish. There's 2 events left that as an org you have to pay for. It's this event and there's DreamHack. Okay. Post DreamHack, there's Champs, which the CDL funds. There's EWC, which EWC funds. Mm-hmm. So you're signing a contract for 2 events, and your salary is. Do you want me to say it on stream or no?
It doesn't matter. It varies. That's what you don't understand.
Okay. Do you want me to say what you were offering me then?
$250.
Or do you want me to keep that? Okay, yeah, there you go. $250.
And do you know why that $250 is established at what it is? Because it's varied for other players.
That's fine, and I don't care about that.
But you should care about it because you're literally going into contract details as to how we assess how it is that we invest our money in our players.
And that's fine. I'm not disagreeing.
So
with
what
that,
is it?
But I'm
what
saying
is it that you're
personally, it doesn't make sense to sign that contract because at the end of the year,
salary.
you're gonna get 20% of Champs, which you don't pay for. You get 20% of EWC, which you don't pay for, and then at the end of the year,
is it $250 a month or a week? Symbols a month, right? I think it's $250 a month.
Pretty sure it's a month. It's a month. Why would he pay him $1,000 a year?
I think it's a month, guys. I think it's $250 a month.
Because if he's paying them $1,000 a month, they could just fund themselves with that $1,000.
So as a player,
yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And that's all it is.
You got offered a contract in Miami, correct? Before this, you were finishing T12, T6, etc., right?
That's fine. You can say all you want.
But I'm not saying it to diss you. I'm just saying you weren't winning at all.
That's fine.
Right? You're not getting picked up to the league, right?
That's fine. You can think that all you want.
So, no, I know that.
That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead and keep saying that.
A bit of a reality check for you, if that's okay. I think it stems from a situation where, for a long time, you have been in different situations, right? Where you got charity for being a player in Challengers. You didn't have to charity. You ended up not.
Charity?
You got free funding. You didn't expect anything back from an organization percentage.
That's not true. I've been with multiple orgs where I've given percentage back.
Okay, great. But you weren't happy with the percentage of this?
For real?
No, I wasn't happy with the
Damn, yo, Symbols, bro, I was just talking about this with Eric Anderson, bro. We were literally just talking about this shit. I'm not even trolling. Literally last Thursday in a call, I'm gonna bring it up to him again. Yo, I think after this major, we're whipping up contracts for the Stallions. No bullshit. I think we're whipping up some contracts, bro.
You should. I think Rafi's the one who told you to do that.
Yeah, because it's been a headache, bro. People just do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. You know what I mean? So, like, there might need to be some fucking contracts here.
the overall contract.
Okay.
You know
so
what I mean?
we're talking about the percentage of it, though.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about, because based off of what me and you had prior discussions on, there were retards in the scene that sent out contracts where you didn't owe them anything back, correct?
It depends on
I
how
don't even have contracts. I'm really retarded.
you use the word.
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
Because there's some
I
people
feel
that
like if an
care
org's
about getting
paying
it
for
back.
you,
So
like,
if
to
you're
go,
referring to
right?
me on Facebook,
And then they're asking for 20%. Say you can't like afford for yourself to go, and you got someone paying for you.
Uh-huh.
And then them ask, like, say you win the event, you make 10K. I mean, you giving them the money back that they paid like for you to go. That just seems like the right thing to do anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big. Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I mean, let's keep watching.
Black last year, yes, I didn't owe
facts,
them
though,
a percentage, but they didn't want a percentage back because they do it for fun.
Yeah, it's basically what I thought. Yeah, we doing it. You know what I mean? We're doing it for
Right,
fun.
for charity, right?
Sure, call it charity if you want.
Thank you. Holy fuck, it's so hard to like just get A plus B equals C. Okay, so we're not in it for charity.
And I don't disagree with that.
Okay, we're in it to hopefully be in the green. Does that make sense to you?
And that's fine, but you on
So
your stream.
when I'm building
you on
God
your
rosters
stream,
and we're winning, give me a second.
you-
I let
wait,
you talk,
on
right?
your stream,
Time
on
out,
your
time out,
stream,
time out,
you
time out,
literally
time out,
said
time
that
out.
you're not
I
in
let you
challenges
talk.
to make money.
I let you talk, right?
All right, fair enough. Go ahead.
Thank you. I can speak now?
Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. Holy fuck. For the first 2 years in Challengers, do you think I made any money at all?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. So do you think that I'm going to pivot and not continue to lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars?
I never had a problem with you trying to make money. I'm not mad at you for trying to make money.
Okay. So, time out. When somebody sends you a contract, right? Do you have a conversation with them about what it is that you like or don't like?
Yep.
Okay. And did you do that with us?
Nope.
Is
You want to
that
know why I didn't do that?
is that just based off of being a child for a couple days, or is
No,
that
Oh,
it's
no.
based off of every single other player that you have being on said contract, knowing that that's not going to change.
Oh,
you didn't
no.
even talk to me, brother?
Bro, so if you're telling me that if I went to you and said, hey, actually, it didn't even matter because you're going to make, if I signed that contract, you were going to make a shit ton of money off of me.
Caden, you're not getting to the league. I'm not making any money off of you.
Brother, not, okay,
There's
let's
no
say I don't make
buyout
it to the
for you.
league.
You're the
Damn,
last
what
one
the
out of
fuck?
all
You're
the players
not
on
counting
Omit that
champ-
should be
you're not
bitching the way
counting
that you
champs
are.
in EWC.
No way,
you're not
bro.
counting champs in EWC.
Brother,
You're
do
making
you
money
think
off of
that
both
you're
of those
going to do
events.
anything against the pro players? Why do you
You're
think
not
you're down in Challengers?
No.
You're not winning
man.
EWC. You're not winning EWC,
no.
brother.
You're trying to make money after bitching about not making
You're
money. in
not
Congress. You
doing
said-
anything with
you said
COD,
if you're-
brother.
If you're
Oh,
going into an
no.
esport
What
org,
don't you
and you're trying to
understand?
make money, you're not going into challengers. You said that yourself. I have no
And
problem
now
with that.
I
I've
am.
already told you.
And I'm
You
winning
crashed out.
everything.
You crashed out
And
because I said I
what?
wasn't signing the contract, Rafi.
You asked? No, that's not what pissed me
The
off.
Stallions are gonna be up there one day. We're gonna be at the top. We were at the top once. We were at the top, but we're working on it. We're
What pissed
working
me off
on
is
it.
that you verbally agreed to the contract and the stipulations in fucking fine print. And then you turn around and you don't have communication about what it is that you then changed your mind about what that was. Do you understand what the frustration is? Do you realize how fucking stupid you look?
That's not stupid. That
It
looks
is
as a
because
player-
you didn't talk. You are a fucking grown-ass man. How old are you? 26, 27?
I'm 23.
Motherfucker, you're 23.
Yep, I am.
You're 23. You're supposed to be in your prime and in the league, right?
I'm
Do you
23.
think
I'm
that the
sorry.
pro players have conversations about what it is that they're getting offered? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm 23. I'm sorry that
That's
I.
all
didn't
I'm.
wanna
That's
sign a
literally what I'm
contract in
fucking.
which it
I
was
don't
gonna
care
cost me
about you
money
not
off
signing contracts. I was happy I didn't have to fund you. You're not getting to the league. I don't have a buyout on you. I
that's
don't have a
fine, bro.
buyout on you. If I
say
look
that
at the
all you
fucking
want.
8 players that are under the fucking team, do you think a single one is fucking ahead of you?
And
All of them
eight,
are.
All 8
All of
players
them
are
are.
not happy with the contract. I
That's,
gotta go
that's,
scram.
that's actually a fucking lie. Thank you. Holy fuck, I hate retards. What
Wait.
does he not understand? Jesus Christ. He left.
He left
I
the
didn't-
call right
I-
there, yeah.
I wouldn't have dragged him out. He's the one that left. He has to scrim so he can get into the league. This is the problem, bro. This is the problem. 90%, 95% of you in challengers are not sniffing Sib, are not fucking sniffing anyone on LAT. 90% of you, okay? None of y'all are shooting back against
Well,
Hydra in the lobby.
listen.
90% of you wouldn't win a fucking one against those players. You can stay delusional like this motherfucker, have a problem about a contract that he's not getting charity on, and go from there. It doesn't make sense. I don't give a fuck. Do y'all realize that if I get canceled tomorrow, I'm still making bread? Do y'all fucking realize that? Like, what do I have to fucking lose? Shut the fuck up. I don't care about your life. You shouldn't care about mine. My business is my business. I'm not in shit to not make money. What do you not understand about that? If you're in something and you're losing money, and you're losing fucking money, guess what? Get the fuck out of it. How about you don't fucking do it? If you don't want to make money, and you don't want to protect investments, then stay broke, motherfucker. It's real fucking easy. Now, am I here to fucking hold players back? Not a single motherfucker that has ever called from the league has had a fucking problem. Do you not understand that? Every single player that has gotten called has never been held.
Hey, Joe, is he talking about me, Joe? Hey, am I broke?
Back from us.
The
Ever.
hell?
The one with the least likely fucking possibility of getting to the league out of every single fucking player that's come through Omit this year. This shitter that nobody fucking likes. If you thought that your career was over after fucking the meme of you being a Burger King, motherfucker, nobody fucks with you. Not only that, you're fucking not that good at COD. Do you not understand that? You're a fucking liability. The only reason you're still on the team is because you won. Me and Ricky were ready to fucking fire you if you didn't win the fucking elite. You're lucky that Omid GG shit the bed in fucking grand finals. You are dog shit. Don't ever fucking test me when it comes to business. Don't ever fucking do that. You're good at one thing in this life, and that's fucking Call of Duty, and you're not even fucking top 20% in that. Don't ever fucking come at my neck like that again. I will publicly fucking expose you, stupid fuck. And I gave you the floor, and you sounded even more retarded after that. I gave you the floor, you fucking verbally agreed to something, and then you sound like a fucking retard. You didn't make a single point. So don't come in here and ask me who is it that you're talking about. I will shoot straight with you, motherfucker. You. I'm talking about you. And I'll look in the camera and say this. Don't ever fucking come at my neck again about business. I run circles around you. Okay? Esports is 1/4 of what it is that I touch as far as investments go. And if I don't want to fucking not make money off of whatever it is that I'm fucking making, then I wouldn't be here. Why do you think that we're the biggest fucking organization in challengers? In the fucking shit that I'm allowed to fucking compete in. Suck a dick.
Damn. I like Exceed. I mean, I got no problem with Exceed. You know what I mean? I just... Clearly, Rafi's really fucking pissed off. He's really mad. I see Exceed's point. The thing is Exceed can't complain if he doesn't. Just don't sign the contract, right? Like nobody's got a gun to his head. Nobody's saying, "Hey, you gotta sign this fucking." Like, no, bro, you don't have to sign the contract. You know, this is
That's
just
what Capsidal did. Capsidal didn't sign the contract. Like
Right.
he's on Omit, but he's not like he's not funded or anything.
right.
by
So he
Omit.
just funds himself. He still represents
he
the
funds
org. He
himself,
just funds
exactly.
himself. He doesn't get those extra perks that come with getting the contract, and he doesn't have to worry about buyouts or whatever. That's like a concern of his, right? Like he just don't sign the
Capsidal
contract.
just does his own shit. Yeah.
Right.
But
So
he's-
I'm like, so I think Rafi's just really pissed off. Wow, I do think Rafi could have, said it in different words. You know what I mean? I think Rafi was a little, he was definitely pissed off. Rafi was definitely pissed off, and he was letting him have it. You know what I mean? But I mean, I definitely think, bro, like, Rafi's just pissed because I guess Exceed verbally agreed that he was going to sign a contract. Did he say he was going to sign a contract?
Yes, that's what their whole argument.
Right. So Rafi was like, okay, it ended.
And then when he didn't, Exceed thought he was still going to get paid for it when he didn't sign the contract.
Right, but like, why would Exceed think that?
I think that's the whole like argument.
That's where it's.
kind of
That's
like,
where I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that makes it like I don't know where Exceed's going with that. Like I don't know. Hopefully we can still make that team dinner happen. Oh hell no! Oh fuck no! They're trying to do an Omit team dinner. Oh shit! So now what's going on? Exceed's still on Omit, but he's just
not
paying
on
for
Omit.
himself.
He's not on Omit. He's just paying for himself. Like if you go to Exceed's Twitter, I don't even think Omit's in his bio.
But he's playing with Omit.
Yeah.
So he is on Omit.
No, he's not.
Symbols. When the game starts, when the matches come on, and it says Team A.
Technically,
against Team B,
you're right.
It says
He's
Team
under
Omit.
Omit,
You're
yes.
you're gonna see his name under Team Omit. That means he's playing
But he's
for
not
Omit.
signed under Omit.
Right. There's a difference.
Correct.
There's a difference.
Yeah,
Symbols.
yeah, there's a difference. That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
big
That's what
difference. No, that's not what you're saying. There's a big difference. Symbols.
That's what I was trying to say, though. That's what I was trying to say. Is that
Yeah,
he's not
still,
signed under.
But he's still like representing Omid, like in a way. You know what I mean? Because
Correct.
he's playing because he's going under the team name Omid. So it's just like, you know, it's sort of weird. He's just not promoting Omid. That's what's going on, right? Like he's not promoting it because he's got no contractual like tie to it. You know what I mean? But like, I don't see. I don't see what the problem is. I really don't see.
Why
what the
am I
problem
getting
is.
called a moron? What did I say?
I don't know, Symbols. I don't know because you kept saying that he's not on Omid, but he is.
I meant like under contract. That's
Yeah,
what I meant.
yeah. He's
No,
not.
they're not. They don't claim him to be under their.
Right. Yep, 100%. And then obviously Rafi, you know, he's kind of killing his dreams, saying he'll never make it to the league and shit. But you know, if you're in challengers, keep fighting. You know, it's never over till it's over. I mean, sometimes you do. Yeah, maybe you got to be realistic. You got to be okay. Maybe we should move on, go do something else. But you know, I mean, Exceed, he's been around. I think Exceed kind of knows what's going on around here. But I don't know why Exceed's fucking. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why he's tripping over being like. I don't know why he's surprised about not being funded when he didn't sign the contract, right? Like. Just every organization does things differently, right? So it is what it is. With our shit, like all Stallion shit, like we didn't do any contracts just because, you know, especially for me and Los, it was more just like, yo, it's something for us. It's fun to do. Like we didn't really care about making money from it. Like it was just a cool like little side project. But that's when we were building the team and it felt like our team, right? And then obviously you guys seen how that has gone the last few months, and I mean, we're honestly a perfect example of why like there should be contracts with some of this shit, unless you genuinely don't give a fuck. But there has to theoretically like that. That's why we're like even we are talking about doing contracts now, because it's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if they go to the league, it's not like we're gonna hold these players back, but like we got to get something back. Especially some of these. I know these fucking CDL teams got money. Well, some of them, not all of them. So you guys know how it goes, right? Like Rafi's just trying to protect his investment, right? He's trying to protect.
That's what it's a business for him. You know?
Right? Like Rafi. What Rafi's saying is, listen, like we're not a charity like some of these other people. Like some other people might be charity, might just give you money just to give you money, but like we're trying to see the green, right? Like we're trying to be like a proper business and like see green. You know what I mean? Bro, do Stallions pay a salary? Fuck no. Listen, nobody's getting salaried under the Stallions, and that's just making myself. But bro, nobody's getting salaried under the Stallions, bro. They'll get everything funded for if they want to be on the Stallions and shit. But dude, I'm even surprised Rafi's giving these guys salary. I don't think anybody gets salary in challenges. I don't think there's any salaries going on.
I think people are confused. I think people only think he's paying them $250. He's paying for everything, and he's giving them $250 just to give them $250.
Oh yeah, 100%. I saw some people saying 250. Well, yes, it isn't a lot of money. It's still better than zero, because 99% of the other challenger teams don't even do that, right? And then he's also just giving them everything, like he's funding everything else on top of food and Ubers. Which, does he fund that too? Because if he's funding that shit's also very expensive, bro. Food and Ubers throughout the weekend also adds up and becomes very expensive. You know what I mean? So I mean, when you add everything on top, you know, it's definitely a lot more money than I think people think. And you know, it's pretty straightforward, guys. To sum it up, if you get into business with somebody and you have to sign a contract, read the contract. If you don't like the contract, don't sign it. But if you don't sign it, don't wonder why or be surprised you're not getting any of the perks that come with signing the contract. Like it is what it. That's just to sum it up, because I don't know this shit, bro. I don't understand why they're fighting so much about something so simple. You know, like it's not like it's rocket science, right?
Yeah,
like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, are you done to go to Cord real quick?
To core?
I think Rafi wanted to talk.
Oh shit! Rafi wants to talk, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he wants to talk about. But I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm already in here. I'll talk to him. I don't know what he wants to talk about though. Where is he? Is he in my court?
Yeah. We'll just go to your Cord.
My God, dude, I'm literally just drama, dude. I'm just that guy, dude. I'm just a drama guy.
Yeah, the drama guy.
The drama guy. I'm like I'm like tactical rap. Like tactical fucking rap, baby. That's what I'm talking about. This is how bored we are. Yo, Rafi, what's going on? Motherfucker didn't read the contract. Fuck it out.
Bro, I just don't want there to be like any discrepancies as to what the story is, man.
I mean, I pretty much got the story pretty clear. I'm gonna be honest with you, Rafi.
All right, what do you think it is then, Tom? Tell
I
me.
think Exceed. Well, from my knowledge, from what happened, is Exceed was surprised he wasn't funded after not signing the contract. Which, to me, you're not gonna get the perks of a contract if you don't sign it, right? So it's like I don't know what the problem was, right? Like, what's the issue? Like, how did the argument start, Rafi? Like, what started this shit?
All right, so we lost all our players to the CDL, so we were rebuilding a team in Omid, Brooklyn, right? We needed a Slayer sub. Exceed tweeted out that he was retiring, and he was getting egoed for like T24 shitters just because he's had a tough year, right? That's just the truth. He's had a tough year in Challengers, and the team was like, okay, we have a couple players. Who do we pick? I called Exceed, and I straight up said, do you want to save your Challengers year? Do you want to come compete with probably the best team that you can right now in this situation? He said yes. I said under a couple stipulations. This is the verbal contract that you are agreeing to. The percentage breakouts, the everything else that he basically got sent and emailed to, right? And also said you're not coming in entitled like you have in the past. Like, this is a team environment. At the end of the day, we make roster decisions as a collective, et cetera, et cetera. He agreed to all of it. So he joined. And this team has been performing really well. They won the Elite. They won the Cup. They look really good, right? With Exceed being the outlier as to like, okay, this is kind of a risky move. He hasn't really been playing well, but let's test it. Let's see it. And then we send him the contract, and nothing else is said. He doesn't say yes. He doesn't say no. He leaves it on red. I signed the contract about a week ago, right? Because at the end of the day, verbally isn't signing anything. Like, you can verbally say yes and then fucking sign anything, and that's fine. That's good. That's Gucci.
Right.
And I took that as like, I'm not interested in signing this. So then I'm like we're finalizing travel for Miami, and I go, the guys that are under contract, let me know the hotel situation as to who's bunking with who. And when it is that you're arriving, like, just, doing like the travel stuff. And he goes, what do you mean not Exceed? And I side messaged him because I didn't want it to be public with the team. And I said, to my understanding, you didn't sign the contract. Okay. So we're not funding you. And that pissed him off.
What do you mean?
And I said,
what did he say?
He sent LMFAO with like 20 O's in all caps. And I was like, I'm confused, bro. Like, I also texted you and I said, you got the contract, bro.
That would have pissed me off.
It did piss me off. It did piss me off. That's how it started.
That would have made me mad as hell, bro.
He said, that's hilarious. That's comedy. He goes, I'll buy my flight. I figured I could just pay you back for the hotel. I said, all right, that's when I got toxic, right? Like, I'm not going to lie. I got a little toxic, and I said, you might be retarded. You didn't say anything, so we're not going to pay for anything. And that was, like, how it all started. So I made a stream today of just, like, what it is that our contracts are. They have been that way for the past fiscal year. Not a single fucking player has ever bitched about it. We've never held back a player from the CDL, etc., right? So I started that, and then he came to my chat and was like, who are you calling entitled? I didn't even say his name. So I wasn't even going to fucking make this a public thing, but he fucking rage baited me in my own chat. So I fucking went off and I told him what I said. That's it.
I mean, listen, bro, if my personal opinion to the whole thing, Rafi, like, I think this whole thing is just blown way out of proportion. Like, I really do. Like, I think Exceed just has to realize that if he doesn't sign a contract, he's not going to get the perks, which, like, is pretty understandable, right? Like, for instance, if he doesn't sign a contract, Rafi, are you going to kick him off the team?
Fuck no, I want to win. I don't need to fund him for him to be like.
I don't know why he's mad. Like, if you were to say, oh, okay, but if you don't sign a contract, you're getting booted off the team. Like, okay,
nah, not at all. Not at all.
But then if you're also saying like, nah, you can still stay in a team. Like, you just gotta fund yourself. Like, I just don't know like what he was surprised about. You know what I mean? I'm just. which is what I was telling my chat, right? I don't know what he expects, right? Like you either sign the wait, does the team know what's going on? Does the team know?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, Tom, communication was there from the rip.
Yeah.
I told him before he even joined the team of like, yo, under that stipulation, are you good? He said yes. Even if he would have said no, he would have been on the fucking squad.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't have cared. But then on top of that, I send him the contract, and then he goes ghost and gets pissed off because it's in 2 days. Like, bro, it's all about communication, isn't it?
Wait, so what's going on
Both ways.
now? What's going on now?
I mean, he's probably pissed off, and he's either going to go fucking Omega or it's going to check him. And I'm assuming and I'm hoping that it makes him go Omega in Miami. That's it. Like, what? Somebody's going to fire me from my own org, or somebody's going to fucking cancel Exceed for doing what he does once a year? Like,
Right.
it's not, like, it is kind of like blown out of proportion in a way because of the antics and how it is that me and him handled it, like fucking man-childs. But I don't want there to be like a misconstrued type of thing about what the facts are. We're protecting our investment by getting kickbacks on what it is that we're sending for events because it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we break even. Esports is a gamble. You don't know whether you're going to win or not. That's it. Like, it's COD at the end of the day. You don't always win. Did we know that he was going to win the Elite? Fuck no.
Yeah, I mean, you had mentioned in the clips I was watching talking about charity and shit. And I know you have mentioned in my chat as well about doing contracts and shit. Because honestly, that's just like I mean, you look at the Stallions, right? Like the last just few months, how many different iterations of the team there's been, and just how much movement there is in challengers. Like it's like so hard to actually build something if people just like can't actually like stay together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they snake and they go to other teams and all this shit. Like a contract doesn't necessarily avoid roster changes.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you want your players to be comfortable with who it is that they're playing with. Like for example, Linz is playing with a different team now. Like we've had roster changes. We've had people get picked up to the CDL all year. Like a total of 6 players this year, right?
Right.
So it's not like a contract necessarily holds you to like sticking with a team, but there's also a layer of protection when it comes to, okay, we're agreeing to this. You have to stand by this. And if you don't, then we have a conversation. But he didn't even want to talk. So I don't know what's hard about that. Like, it's just talking.
Yeah. I feel like he could have talked to you about it. I mean, I worked with Exceed. I didn't have any problems with Exceed. Except for one time he somehow got a presidential suite. I don't know how he skumazed there, but I mean, he's always good. You know what I mean? He always communicated with me.
He's good at skumazing, though. He's good at skumazing. Like, he's got that taste of what that is. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's I'm like, bro, listen, I didn't have any questions, to be honest with you, Rafi. Simels told me that you wanted to join up and talk. I mean, from my understanding, this is what I told my chat before I was talking to you. It's very simple, right? This is how business works. There's a contract. If you sign the contract, you get the perks of signing the contract, right? If you don't like what comes with the contract, then just simply don't sign it. Right, just don't sign it.
That's it.
And don't complain.
I wasn't mad about that.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
And then you can't have any right at all to complain about it if you didn't sign it because you didn't like what was in it. Right. So it's like it's very simple. All the other stuff, like all the other shit, whether it's shit that you said or Exceed shit or people getting emotional and saying like crazy shit, like bro, for me, like I'm staying out of that shit. Like I don't, bro. I'm just looking at the actual argument at hand as to what was actually being argued here, and it was this contract shit. And you know, Rafi, I like to I'm a very on paper type of guy. Like I also like when it comes to business, like I like everything on paper, everything signed. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the proper way of doing good business. Like you need shit in writing and on paper to make sure like everybody agrees and everybody knows what's going on, right? So like I really don't see what the problem was. I didn't see what the problem was. And yeah, bro, I was actually curious to ask Exceed what he thought the problem was. And then he was talking about the contract going to December, like 8 months or something. He was talking about the contract going to how long is the contract? 8 months or something?
It depends on when you sign. Like obviously there's not like a one side template of like we've been in Challengers for 3 years, right? So this is the first time that it's been ever like I guess a blow up or any sort of drama behind it. Right. So it just depends. The salaries aren't the same. The contract lengths aren't necessarily the same. A lot of them are similar in that sense, but we're trying to do good business in the sense of having longevity. Look how many teams are actually showing up to Miami in comparison to what it was last year.
Yeah, why do you think that is, Rafi? Why do you think there's so many less teams now?
I think it's partly the way that the league is structured. Opportunities in a dream type situation. I think it's partly maybe some of the major planning. I know this one was like invite only, and then 2 weeks ago it turned into open ended. So I think it's a wide culmination of a lot of different things as to why it is that people are just steering.
This guy said that's the issue. Zoomaa, the contract is too long. But what Rafi's trying to say is he could communicate that, right? Like Exceed could just talk to Rafi, be like, hey Rafi, like I like these terms, but I have a problem with this term, or I don't like the length of the contract. Can we talk about this, right? Like
That's it.
Like that's
I've had conversations with players, like Fellow, for example. He's like,
100%.
nah, I want more money. All right, then let's talk. Let's see how much money it is that we have in our budget for us to be able to pay it.
Right.
That's it, bro. That's literally all it is a man-to-man conversation.
Yeah.
And I just got ghosted and then expected to continue to pay for something that it doesn't make sense. We didn't talk, so my assumption was crickets meant you don't want to sign it, which means, and it happens with Cap. Cap had a conversation with me. He said, nah, I'm good, G. I'm going to cover my own stuff. He's been on Omit before. He said the same thing back then. And that's it, bro. Cap and I are like, that's the homie. He didn't want to sign because he wants to cover his own shit. And he's still on Omit. He's on the other Omit team with no issues. Because we had a conversation. That's it, dog. It's just communication. Yeah, that's it.
Because you could, like you said, everybody's different, right? Everybody's contract is different. So you can always just talk to the person and make micro changes, like little changes. You could redline some things, right? You could redline some things, change it up, boom, 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 right?
Exactly.
And make everybody happy, and then you're good to go. But
that's what your agent does. Like when you're talking about the movie stuff yesterday.
Yep.
Let's say that you took that role, right? That agent is going to talk to you about what he does or does not like as your legal representation, right?
100%, yeah.
So maybe you do like something, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to get fucking picked up in a limo with a little bit of champagne, and that's part of the fucking contract that they got to add. Like, those are all things that are part of, obviously, we're not talking Hollywood in comparison to shitty fucking challengers, but I'm just saying it's all about communication as grown-ass adults. That's all I expect. I don't know why that's so fucking hard.
Wait, do you mind if I ask you questions about the contract or no? I don't want to ask you.
Ask me whatever the fuck you want, bro. I almost showed it on stream today, and I got a text telling me not to do that just based off of what it is that we've done in the past. But I'm a wide open fucking book. Ask me whatever you want.
I was just curious with the buyout shit. Like how much are teams actually paying to buy out some of these players? Because are you setting like an actual number, or are you just like, no, there's a buyout, just come talk to me, come knocking at the door, and we'll talk?
Exactly the latter. Exactly what you just said. I'm never going to scare away a team for a specific number in a contract. Let's say I put in 10K, right? Let's say I put in 20K. I think Kenny was talking about like a 15K buyout from Optic, whatever the fuck it may be. Right? There's no number in our contract. It's quite literally conversations with organizations. We've done it 9 times in 2 years, Tommy. Every player that's ever gotten called by the CDL is in the CDL today. It's never been one that we've held back whatsoever for any fucking amount whatsoever. If an organization is interested in a player, and we have a conversation and we negotiate what investments it is that we have in that player, and we talk and we discuss as fucking men, and then we negotiate and they move on. That's it.
Right.
So there's not like a specific number in there that should scare anybody,
that makes sense.
Neither the player or the org.
That's what I thought, honestly. That's what I thought. Because I was thinking the same thing. Like if it's a set number, like it might shy teams away, right? But if they have the chance to just talk and try to work something out, then work something out.
Exactly.
Maybe at least get paid your investment back on that player or something. You know what I mean?
Bingo.
Like, just
Tommy, I talked to you about this 3 months ago about like setting up a fair contract because you wanted to do contracts back then. Again, me and you can sit down. I will literally show you how it is that ours is structured so that you protect whatever it is that you're throwing. And I know you do it for fun. I know you got fuck you money, but you're still a businessman at the end of the day. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's just it only makes sense for you to protect what that is.
Yeah. Well, actually, Eric Anderson was the one who actually like brought it up to, because he runs all of FaZe Esports. So like, I mean, we have contracts in house that like we can like whip up. Like there's contracts that we could whip up, just like change some things. Like he's been doing it for years, right? Like he was the one who brought it up to me. So I was like, dude, we might as well, right? Because you look at like our team and kind of like how it progressed like the whole way through. Like, bro, I felt like we never had the same team. Like, it didn't feel like a team anymore, right? Like, things just kept changing, and there was always so many moving parts, and there was always so much drama happening, shit happening. Like, it was hard to like build a culture and keep people together. Sometimes contract just like is better for just everything, Like, it makes things feel like more
secure. You can sleep at night knowing that things are what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You don't wake up in the morning and you're like, what the fuck? You know, like more. You have more.
Exactly.
You have more of a structure. You know what I mean? Which is like,
Exactly.
which is really good. Which is really, really good. So
I mean,
that's why I'm
do
like,
you remember
know,
what you felt like when you found out that Encourage got dropped? Like those types of shit, bro. Like these kids don't know how to communicate.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how old you are down here. It's just like somebody is giving you money and trying to support you. Then maybe you should just talk. That's it.
Right. Interesting. The fuck is this?
Yeah, my bad about the
net worth
fucking
is
money. It's
31
not,
my
I'm
net
not
worth-
pocket.
My net worth is 31,000.
Yeah, I'm so sure. I'm so sure, bro.
My net worth is 31,000. This is the only thing that popped. 31,000 is my net worth right here, man. 31,000. You know what I
I'm
mean?
so sure, man. I'm so sure.
Hey, Google, they're close. Google's, they're close, chat. They're close. You know what I mean? They're close, chat. You know what I mean? They're close. You know what I'm saying? Fucking assholes. But yeah, Rafi, I got nothing, no questions for you, nothing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably hop on fucking COD and shit, but I appreciate you hopping in, clarifying some shit. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And yeah, you should definitely talk to Exceed, bro. Even I mean, I know you guys are fucking.
I'm going to, bro.
Yeah, like,
I mean, I'm a fucking man. I'll apologize for telling
I
them
mean,
whatever it
you
I
know
said.
what I mean? I mean, you guys at the end of the day said some things, right? You cook at each other and shit, but talk to the guy. Figure something out and, shake hands.
Still rooting for him.
That.
He's got to fucking win in Miami. We'll fucking squash beef. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's just...
I mean, listen, I love Exceed because when he was with the Stallions, we were actually on the top, right? So I'm trying to get back there with you, Rafi. I'm trying to get up there, at least top 3, top 4. So...
Hey, you were the pipeline last year, my boy. We're the pipeline this year, so we're just trading back and forth. You got it next year.
Nah, I mean, you guys have definitely been like the main, like, you know what I mean? And bro, honestly, you giving like these contracts and salaries and stuff is, you know what I mean? I mean, you're actually doing a lot for the scene, right? Especially for challengers. So, keep doing what you're doing, bro. But it was good talking to you.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah,
I'll catch
take
you
it
later,
easy,
bro.
man.
Take it easy, man.
Take it easy.
Slowly.
Peace.
Slowly.